Okay, we've got our end radius now. Back on our instruction sheet, for the cable guide, cut the length on bandsaw, radius ends on punch press, smooth ends and deburr on sander. Step 4 says transfer punch hole location. Okay. We have a transfer punch template. All you have to do is put this on top of your part, line it up correctly with the part, and it locates the holes with a punch. Okay. Now, on the drawing, this part really doesn't have a datum end. Holes and the overall length are dimensioned from either end. So your part will probably not be exactly the same length as the transfer punch template. Split the difference equally at each end. Okay? Don't put it against the pin on the transfer punch fixture. Put the part and the template on the fixture. Line it up side to side, so if it's over or under on the length compared to the template, the difference is equal at both ends. Make sure you're against the backstop bar and tighten it up. Okay. Small hammer, transfer punch. Okay. Return the template. Now for the spool guard, the template has a couple of notches in it. I'll show you why those are there. Same thing. Split the difference in the length equally at each end. Tighten it up. Transfer punch. Now, the slots are for bend lines. Take the scribe, put it in the back corner, pull it forward. Okay, you don't need to scribe these angled lines. Return the template, the tools. Okay, next step on the instructions says punch 5/16 holes and deburr with countersink and any other means needed. Okay, we'll go over in the other room to do that. Okay, now the cable guide and the spool guard, all the holes are 5/16 diameter. Now there's no sign that tells you which one is 5/16. Most of the time, the one on the left is the 5/16, the middle one's the 1/8 inch, and the right hand one's a 1/2 inch, but that could change. The safe thing would be to get a small piece of thin scrap metal and punch a hole in it and measure the hole, or you can measure the hole in the die, the lower portion, or you can measure the diameter of the punch. But if you punch the wrong size hole, it's not good. Okay, put your punch mark up from your transfer punch, lower the handle slightly. The tip of the punch has a small point in the center. If you raise your part upward against the punch and slide it around, you'll feel that little point fall into your center, your transfer punch mark. Then you know you're in the hole. You're in the right location. Okay. Once you've got the handle resting on the part, if you take a little bit of the weight off the handle, you should not be able to pull your part out because the tip of the transfer punch is in your transfer punch mark. Okay. Pull downward on the handle. We'll recycle the little slug that came out. Turn it around. The other end. One nice thing about punched holes, the top surface where the punch entered the part is rolled in, it's a nice rounded edge. The bottom will have a large burr. So we don't really need to deburr the top side, but we will deburr the bottom side. Okay, same thing with the spool guard. Okay, it says on the instruction sheet to deburr the holes with a countersink and any other means necessary. There should be a countersink mounted in the screen drill press most of the time. I don't need to just touch the top side. The bottom side is a large hole. Okay? Push hard for a short time. Remember that you're not trying to champ the Okay. I haven't touched the ends of these with the Scotch-Brite wheel, and the holes could use it. So we'll come over here to the Scotch-Brite wheel. Polish up the ends a little bit. Hit the mouth of the hole. Now our instruction sheet for the cable guide says stamp lab number. If you don't stamp the lab number before you bend it, it's very difficult to do. So we'll come back over here to the anvil again. It makes no difference which side you stamp the lab number on the cable guide. When you go to bend it, I'll show you how to put the number in or out if you don't want it to show, or if you want it to show. Okay, so I'll just put my number right in the middle. On both parts. Now on the on the spool guard, if you want it to show, you put it on the side opposite your bend lines. If you don't want it to show, put it on the same side as the bend lines. Okay, now we're ready to bend the cable guide.